Oh, hello, lovelies. Welcome to Fablemasters. Today, we're back in Barovia doing our thing on Yester Hill. Iain's stuck in a tree, and we're going to get to a little bit more of a recap after a land acknowledgement. I'd like to remind us all that we are on the traditional and unceded territories of the Musqueam Nation. It is a privilege and pleasure to work, play, and create on these beautiful lands. Remember, you can go to native-land.ca to find out more about the ancestral territories that you're on today. Also, we're still fundraising for the Trans Empowerment Project. So remember, you can donate to help support education and gender affirming care and all the wonderful things we need in this community for those most at risk. You can influence our game by giving our players advantage, or you can help Strahddy out and give him a little bit more gay. Don't forget the extra gay. I'm looking at you, Hampod. There's a thing about kissing that might happen. We can just make two NPCs kiss. It's fine. Anyway, after getting broken a little bit more, make sure you can donate. If you don't have any money to donate, that's okay. You can just share the link. That really helps it. Signal boost it. Get it out to your social media. Tell everyone about the Trans Empowerment Project and how important it is that we need to raise money for it right now. So click the link that is not showing up. Hang on. We will force it to show up. Ta-da! Exit this mode. Great. With all of that said, let's hop back to it. So, things are looking a little dire. There were 20 or so cultist, druid, Strahd minion things that greeted you upon the top of Yester Hill as you ascended to it. They began some horrid ritual to... You don't know what it was going to do, but... Iain, you've been kind of battling back and forth with your new abilities. You've picked up a little bit of druidic magic of your own. And as you've explored this, the connection to your staff has led you here. You feel its resonance. The staff seems to have been made of the same wood as this tree. And as you connect, Strahd shuts you in, encapsulating you in some sort of magical barrier and placing you inside the tree itself on Yester Hill. As you battle to get out, your friends are trapped outside as well, trying to drive back these minions and take back the mists for the Mistfits as Strahd materializes upon his supremely queer rainbow flaming nightmare of a creature, Bucephalon, as you also had a bunch of weird zombie things starting to try and claw their way out. So it was a huge mess. There's a lot of things, but you know what y'all are good at? Taking out a lot of things. Raining fire, raining counter fire, swinging your swords, casting your magics. You've brought it to this point where we are here. And as you go up against Strahd, Iain is battling with himself inside what this transformation process is going to be. Iain, you see like Strahd reach out and his voice change as he's done playing games. He's more threatening than ever before. And instead of that friendship, that love of friendship that he so desperately wanted to connect to you with, he's returned it with this. Iain, your power is mine to control. I have cultivated it from moment one, and you are heart, body, and soul, my creation. Take this.
No.
Take this seed that has grown within you. Become the flower you were meant to be.
You.
You don't want to. Do you think you have a choice in this?
There's always a choice. You know, you get to always decide what you want from life. And I'm not into whatever the heck you have going on right now. I am
so much invested
people
in
trying to
this.
tell me what to do. And that includes you. Stop it. I'm done. I'm done with this.
Stop it.
Done with whatever power this is over it.
Oh, but Iain, do you have everything you need? Do you have your locket?
I have what I need.
Have you ever tried to open your locket?
Yeah. It just has my quote inside.
Look again.
I do.
And as you open your locket, the words reform into a new phrase. And the words that are written there sink deep into your soul as it is replaced with a mirror showing yourself. And for the first time, you see how your face has changed. Spikes have grown out of your cheekbones. Dark wood, grain. You see this horrific image of yourself, and as you feel at your cheeks, you are cut ever so slightly, and you see blood beginning to well up on the prick created by your new horns. In addition to the ones on your cheekbones, you have some coming out of your eyebrows and out of the top of your head, and you look fucking good.
I mean, this looks to sound sick as hell. But he's freaking out. He's like into it, but also like, I didn't know. I don't want this. I don't want this. I don't want this. I don't want this. What is going on? Just let me out. I didn't ask for this.
Complete the transformation then. I'll deal with your friends.
Just like that. I said no. I don't want to complete the transformation. I don't want to be whatever you think I want to be. That's me.
Strahd turns his back on you, looking back at the rest of you, as his cloak burns away into bats that turn into mist. Iain, you're up at the top of this round. That was Strahd's turn. Whatever he's done, he's taken on a portion of the power created in this ritual that you have stopped.
Okay. Oh, is there anything I can even think of?
As you think about what you can do, how badly do you want power?
It's less than it was before, I think, because he has the pixie with him now. He's starting to understand what his mom intended for him. He doesn't love it, but he's understanding it. And he's not into, once again, someone telling him how to live his life and what he's supposed to do and what his destiny is. So his need for power is only as strong as what will get him out of this situation. And it doesn't extend beyond what he used to want, which was just control, 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 control. He just wants freedom.
Reflecting on the words of your family and whether or not Strahd planted them there or they've been yours to claim all along, it doesn't matter. It's you are Iain Adderbone. And that means you can get yourself out of so many situations if only there were a lock to pick. And as you search around this magical sphere for something resembling a pattern that you can hack, you do indeed find a magical padlock that you can begin to work on.
I do that. Is that a sleight of hand, or is there another thing you want me to roll for this?
You tell me. You're Iain Adderbone.
Yeah, I guess it would be sleight of hand because that's what I normally use for my lock picking. But let's see. That is a 15.
As you fumble around, your hands are shaking a little bit. You've never this new power coursing through your body is immense. It is difficult to control your heart rate, difficult to find the right motions to unlock this thing keeping you from the outside world, to unlock your freedom. And as you fumble with it a little bit, you feel the staff creeping back into your mind. Those roots going deep, spreading out. You get angry with this lock. And in that state of anger, what do you do?
He screams in frustration and lets what was she?
As the second...
Can I use magic in here?
Well, you can certainly try.
Okay.
As the seconds tick and fear begins to set in, the panic that you feel is almost overwhelming.
No. I was hoping I could use mold earth for something, but it doesn't look like it's going to be useful at all.
How would Iain use mold earth? What does that look like? What does that feel like as you try to connect in this way?
If he can't get through the lock, maybe he can dig down deep enough underneath the bubble or wherever he's in. And so he's just thinking, because one of the things you can do apparently is instantly excavate it.
Yes.
So if the dirt is loose enough, I want to build myself a tunnel that gets me out of here and use magic instead of my dad's side of the family for once and try to break out something I'm not used to.
That amazing. I love that. Make me a roll. Just a straight up D20.
All right. So 13.
As you find this new tap of power within you, you push aside the tendrils of the branch that is growing inside, and you reach back for your memories, for who you were before all this began, when you first set out on this adventure. And there you find a little bit of solace, and you resist transforming this round, and you have one more chance to get out. Zhannan, you're up next. Yeah.
Okay. So I have in my notes here that I still have spiritual weapon and spirit guardians up around me. So first things first, I'm gonna run up to Poe and my little guardians make space, and I give her a clap on the back and I cast Cure Wounds at 3rd level. If it'll load. 885, 29 points of healing. 2 plus spell level, plus 2, plus 5. Whatever that is.
So going around, sorry, one more time, what were you casting?
Healing. Where was it? Cure Wounds, sorry.
Yeah, Cure Wounds, touch spell. Who are you healing?
3rd level.
Yourself?
Poe.
Poe. Right, yeah, I mean, you've been fighting alongside Poe for most of the fight.
3 points of healing. Yeah.
Heading over to Poe.
I take like 3 points of residual healing, but with my spiritual weapon, is Iain underground, or is the bubble still kind of...
So imagine like the trees, like the trunk starting to like branch out, and there's like a little pit in the middle of it where Iain is held inside of this magical sphere that Strahd created, and is placed there. And then the rest of the tree grows out. The tree appears quite dead.
Okay. I wanted to take my spiritual weapon and just kind of slam it down on the orb, because I don't know how it works. I just see that he's trapped, and I want to try and weaken it.
Totally. Give it a go.
If I can find my spiritual weapon, where did it go?
Oh yeah, we don't have any straight rolls this month. I forgot. It's all queer rolls, gay rolls, etc. It's very hard to change that part of language, I've found, but we will try.
22 to hit.
22 certainly hits. As your what does your spiritual weapon look like?
It is a big, kind of half circular sickle with some spikes coming off the back. I'm trying to ram those spikes into this bubble for 10 force damage.
Striking in with 10 force damage. The sphere gets struck. Iain, you feel this vibration throughout your entire being. It is... It's like someone in a Ghibli movie that gets surprised as they like... it jars you kind of for a moment. Then you feel this like connection with your spiritual weapon. This like feedback that goes into your mind as you feel the vibrations as well. And as you hit, it glances off of the sphere, doing nothing to the sphere, but it does embed itself into the tree. Iain, you scream in pain.
Good.
You do not take the 10 damage, but as you cut away at the tree, it hurts Iain.
That's okay. He's kind of enjoying that because it means something's happening.
Ow. Oh, I'm alive.
Okay, we're going.
So having healed Poe and struck the tree, is there anywhere you want to move around, or are you happy where you are here, kind of beside Poe?
Probably stick somewhat close to Poe. Hide behind my tank.
Sounds good.
I'm just crouching down. Like,
Amazing. Strahd is going to take a legendary action and fly upwards. And he is now 40 feet above you, looking like he wants to swoop down and hit. You can also see that Strahd's humanoid form is shifting a little bit. There's an odd musculature to him now. Having like witnessed some druids before, this appears to be some sort of partial transformation, but it's fucking weird. It's not symmetrical. It doesn't look normal at all. It almost has its own life to it. It's this like pulsing, veiny. Well, yeah, yeah,
woody.
Yep, all that
shit. Robin.
How appropriate.
Sorry, I got very distracted by.
We get it. You're looking at a picture of Strahd. We get it, man. It's a character thing.
Yeah.
We've all
Link's giving
been
me the
there.
horny box. I get it.
What did you find it on?
And the other thing in there is just all like Rule 34 Strahd pics. That's thinking. Sorry.
No. In certain parts of Barovia, you can get that as a lovely like minor illusion, and yeah.
In the back of Blinsky's.
It's no fun. It's not Blinsky. Bad.
He's a bit of a freak. We don't know.
Yeah.
With Zhannan turn over, more zombies are going to attempt to claw their way out of the graves as several of the downed druids try to get back up. But Sickening Radiance is a concentration spell. They go back down.
Okay.
Poe, you're up next.
Sort of like staggering upright a little bit as Zhannan kind of like gives me a second wind here with that honestly pretty massive chunk of healing. I'm gonna kind of sort of catch my breath a little bit, and I would like to shout up to Strahd. I want to call out to him like, "Hey, Strahd, let's make a deal."
What is that?
You're trying to harvest a fruit that isn't going to work out for you. Quit wasting your time, and we'll give you something you actually want. We know where Ishmark is.
The entirety of his form that he is attempting to transform into drops away as he returns to his controlled, menacing humanoid form. As he floats down towards you, Poe. And where might that be?
Tell you what, you let Iain go now, and we will bring him to you. And I'd like to make a persuasion check if you'll let me.
You can make a precision check with advantage.
I am going to, this is sort of like, I'm throwing everything I got at this, which means I'm going to use my commanding presence to spend a superiority die and knowledge from a past life to add a d6.
Hell yeah.
So the 15 plus. Plus 6 plus 5. Which is 26.
I'm inclined to believe you. However, if I were to stop the process now, Iain would perish.
Well, then give us back something you can use and that we can use.
I'm already giving you more powerful Ians. What more could you want?
Brain in his head that still works under his own control.
I will offer you facsimile of Iain Adderbone. I will stop this experiment right now. Iain will die. New Iain, same Iain will live.
Well,
That is what I have to offer you from my issue.
you think a facsimile of Iain is good enough? You're probably going to have to settle for a facsimile of Ishmark.
I already am! And he will lash out at you. What would you like to do?
Oh, you that.
I see he's like right next to me.
Uh-huh.
I don't know. You might not let me do this. Would you? I don't actually have the action for riposte, but would you let me try and hit him as he hits me?
Oh, I fucking love that too. That, let's make that... As you do this, Strahd's held action is going to trigger as well. So if you can hit, we will resolve that first.
Okay. Because I'm not going to try and hit him with my sword. I'm going to try and hit him with the spade.
Love it. Fucking love it.
$19. I don't remember what his AC was.
19 is... believe enough. Double checking. When I had to restart my computer earlier, everything went away.
Bro.
Woohoo.
That's okay. It won't take me long. Interesting. Very interesting. So as you strike out at him, you do connect, hitting into what appears to be some sort of armor. And as you strike and plunge, his held action also triggers. Poe, I need you to make a wisdom save. In this moment, Strahd, you feel like the sense of magic, but it isn't hostile magic. Whatever he's cast, he's reached into some area of this domain of his, and as he pulls out, you are flooded with memory as he wraps around your wrist that you have extended with a stake the favor that you lost at the beginning of all this. And as these emotions overwhelmed you with a 14, you tell me if you're stunned or not.
I think I'm probably stunned.
Describe this moment for me.
I'm suddenly not here. I'm in a dark cave somewhere in a different world, watching a young woman covered in like necromancy tattoos walk ahead of me, and not seeing in time as she steps onto something that activates a trap. I don't see the spikes and arrows that come from the side of the wall and pierce my skin and flesh, and don't feel anything as I bleed out on the ground and wake up days, weeks, hours later in a dark, cold room, not able to breathe ever again.
Yes. As we continue down the initiative order, Strahd is also stuck in this moment, not having been pierced by the stake, but whatever he's doing is full attention is on Poe right now. Malakai, what would you like to do?
You'll shit. Kind of fly up from the other side of the tree and like take a lay of the land. I don't have a lot I could do. Maybe I'll look towards Zhannan, who's right next to them, that lot, getting mixed up with Strahd. I'll look below to Iain, and it looks like the bubble's like sinking into the tree.
It's kind of just held in place there. It's protruding maybe a few inches.
Does it look like I could like knock it loose? Or, like remove it from the tree?
Eventually, with enough force, yes.
And does it take ongoing radiant damage from the sickening radiance?
Yes. It could, yeah, it would. The tree would. It's branching out.
17, 22, 25 radiant.
Radiant. Oh, Lord. Iain, your entire body is racked with the pain of this as you feel your connection beginning to sever with the tree. As the tree begins to break around the placement that is holding you there, some of the vines knocking loose, the trunk taking serious cracks along it, bark spraying out in all directions. Iain, you're
He
barely
is screaming, but not. Yeah.
You've never experienced pain like this. This is overwhelming your senses. You're every nerve is on fire. Please make a Constitution save, Iain.
Yeah, not fair. That's an 11.
With an 11, it is not enough.
On the rolls today.
Your body is thrown into a seizure.
Okay.
But the orb looks like it's about to fall out of the tree. One good push should do it.
And I'll just look down in horror, like, oh my god, I'm sorry, Anne. Oh, fuck, my tricks are just bloody worst. If you'll let me, Sam, I'll use my bonus action to leave 3 of the pre-charged magic cards, like, in gaps that I can find, and I'll fly straight up with the rest of my movement and shoot an Eldritch Blast, like, at the cards to amplify the, like, concussive damage of my Eldritch Blast.
I'll remember the name Malakai.
Yeah, that's 21 and a 18 for my Eldritch Blasts.
Certainly hits. You cause a chain reaction in this explosion, this controlled as you can explosion around the ring of this hole in the tree. Ian's already passed out. There is no level of pain further that I can inflict upon Iain as the orb rolls out of the tree. The tree splits in half, and it goes right up the center of it. So instead of like you felling this tree, it splits open and just kind of looks like it's almost breathing a bit as the pieces kind of like go up and down, and you can hear this moaning, this ethereal horridness as all of the mist around you clears. Anything else for your turn, Malakai?
I'll try and land on the orb and like slow it down, like stop it from rolling. Then
Giving me
from the top
a
of it.
hamster roll.
Yeah.
Acrobatics, athletics, what does this look like?
I go with Jesus gotta be.
The only choice.
Maybe. How about performance?
Fuck yeah, let's go.
I'm just gonna remember my name. Not great. Only 14.
14's good enough to stop it from rolling down the hill. You muster everything in your little legs. Your hat just kind of like slips a little bit to the side and just changes the way that your body moves so that you get a little burst of speed all of a sudden, and you settle. You are on top of this large, like 10-foot sphere with Iain inside, passed out. They have stopped their seizure. They are no longer shaking around, and you can see that they are breathing, or that he is breathing.
And as I come to a stop, I'll just kind of like lay down on it and like flip the hat on my head as it like comes to a stop and just look at Strahddy like, should have taken the deal, mate.
Strahd is not there right now.
Yeah. That's it. That's all my attack.
Okay. Poe, as these memories flood back and begin to be yours again, you see Strahd appear in your memory and begin to just slash away at it. The colors from that scene that you just described fade completely, stained now with his blood, your blood. And as you try to reach out for more, it continues to change and alter, and you feel overwhelmed. Make another wisdom save.
Oh, 6.
With a 6, you descend further. What's the next memory?
The next memory, I'm 16, leaving my Cecil village for the first time to go join the Centarum along with my best friend. My caravan gets attacked by a flying, and I'm the only survivor.
And that guilt of being the only survivor just hits you in this moment, and you live only there in that point in your timeline. As you continue to be held in this way, please take 12 points of necrotic damage. Alex, you're resistant to that?
Actually just poison.
Good. We reach the end of another round. Iain, you come to having been unsure, having gone unconscious. You aren't sure how much time has passed. You feel weakened. Your jaw feels tight as if it had been clenched for hours. Uncertain of what had happened to you, you look around and you see that you are no longer inside the tree, and you've never seen this angle on Malakai before.
There's a little belly showing, of course. Elbows up. Untucked a little.
You can hear Malakai breathing hard above you.
Relief.
Yeah.
Okay, thank God.
Iain, you're glowing.
Oh,
This deep
okay.
emerald green light is emitting from you ethereally, like mist or sweat coming off you in steam.
Probably not a good thing.
It feels good. It feels refreshing, like you stepped outside during a summer rain. It feels like tasting your mother's cooking. It feels like power.
That's the danger.
So there is still danger.
Yeah, does it feel good because it is a good thing, or does it feel good because I'm flipping more?
You feel like if you reach out at this point in time, that you can assume the form of this tree and bring it back to life.
Okay, so we're not doing that.
You see the lock
Yeah.
has grown in size. It is much larger now, almost the size of your head.
Okay, I'm gonna try and pick it again. So I'm gonna, at least out of the tree. That is 10 plus 11, so 21.
As you fumble with the lock this time, the power kind of settling, your heart rate still high but steady. You're used to this feeling. Over the last 6 seconds or 4.5 or hour, you're not sure after being unconscious, but for a moment, everything just stops as you hear what you have been trained to hear your whole life, that click. And as you... Yeah, what do you reach for?
I reach for my Benedict, I reach for the pixie, and I leave behind the staff, and I crawl out of the sphere.
You feel the screaming, and as you drop the staff, it is, again, you feel racked with pain as if someone is pulling needle after needle out of your skin, all as if you'd been thrown into a thorn bush and you are covered in these things. Agonizing pain as it continues to pull out. You feel this staff trying to lurch out, and physically it manifests as these tendrils drawing from staff into your skin, and you brush it off one more time as the pixie returns to life. And your mother reaches out and shatters the sphere around you. And all you hear from above.
Sorry!
Do you try to catch Malakai, or Malakai doesn't need to be caught?
Good show.
I mean, he's good now, but if I can, he would try to just be like, oh, sorry.
I'll just stop like right above your arms.
Should I roll out the ground? Thank you for your help. Oh my god, thank you for your help.
We're still in
Like,
danger. You know how you like hate vampires? And I'll like spin Ian around and I'm like, we need help. And I'll like push you forward. Basically like we're not out of it yet.
Right. Freak out later. Okay.
You still feel a connection to some of your powers, but you no longer have your staff. You see it shrinking in front of you, writhing and withering, but the pain that you felt is gone. And you see the
Sweet.
pixie fly over to your nose and give you a little kiss, and then fade away. Ian, your curse is
Right.
broken.
Yay!
Yeah.
Yay! He's gonna have an existential crisis later, but for now. Okay. What can I do? Okay, here's a question. Do I still have the magic that comes from being gifted to the or was all of that Strahd's influence and I don't have magic anymore?
You have some of the magic that you connected with as you were trained. The druidic pieces, not much remains. You struggle to hold on to any of it. As you are struggling along, you do manage to craft a little flower in your hand. So you feel like you still might have access to druid craft, but the rest of it is a stretch.
Right. Okay, perfect. Then can I... Because I don't have any wooden weapons at the moment. So...
Oh yeah, you do. We had a bunch of snakes.
What? Oh, do we all have stakes? Okay, sweet.
There's got one in their
And
pockets.
I'm gonna use one as a dagger and throw it at Strahd's back.
Strahd is distracted at the moment, so you do have advantage.
Yeah. Okay. That's a 16 to hit. If we're using the same dagger stats.
Is there anything you can do to influence that? Now would be the time.
I have inspiration somehow that I have not used yet.
Yes, you
Let's
do.
do that.
Yes.
Alright, D8. That's 4, so that brings that up to 20.
Yes. All right. With what does it look like? What does this inspiration feel like in this moment?
He's excited that he can still feel some of that magic because he was starting to get really used to it and enjoy it. He's still really confused about the why and the everything, but oh my god, it feels so good to not be under the control of someone else again and to actually have some power. So he's feeling a little overconfident, I think is probably more than inspired, and he just takes that stake and just chucks it as hard as he can.
It connects as you find like a little spot that's a little weakened in Strahd's armor, a little space to insert this very sharp stick. And while it connects, Poe, you feel your connection to your memories slip again as Strahd pulls out of them. You still have the handkerchief, but you are no longer under his influence. You are the spell is snapped as Strahd rises and turns to see Iain. There's
I flip him off.
time.
Just flying right by.
Amazing. Iain, anything else? Do you have anything else you want to do with your turn?
Can I throw another one?
I don't think you have 2 attacks, but
Do I?
bonus.
I mean, I have a 2-weapon fighting, but it's not 2-weapon. Okay, then.
Do you want to run up and punch Strahd? Is that what you're telling me?
No, it's not a parry move. That I mean, cunning action. Can I just wave at him and dash out of sight?
There's nowhere to really hide, but you can certainly like just dash around.
Just get out of his reach, I guess. Out of his speed
You would
range.
have to leave the plane of this plane of existence to get out of his range.
And you know what?
But I know what you mean. You move back a certain amount.
Yes.
Okay. Strahd will take a legendary action.
Not shocked.
We'll try to run at Iain with supernatural speed, completely forgetting Poe. You're no longer under the effects of being held. You're no longer stunned. You have your faculties back. Would you like to do something?
No.
No. Okay.
Okay.
Strahd crosses the distance in no time at all as Iain, he is standing right next to you.
I offered you friendship and power, and this is how you repay me? I will treat you like one of my wives.
That's gross, actually.
Is super gross.
You see, this is why it didn't work.
Zhannan, you're up.
Attitude. I'm not into this.
It's you, not me.
And
I mean, there's a reason Strahd's locked here.
you're being kind of an install right now. It's kind of gross.
Yeah, we liked him better when he was.
To the incel realm with that man.
Zhannan, what you got?
I still have Spirit Guardians up. I think I'm just gonna walk a little bit closer to him. Just kind of get my little guys within range.
Yeah, give me your best Dead by Daylight strat right towards him.
Slay, baby. Wisdom 14 save.
Oh, yeah, lots. 22.
Well, okay.
Half damage.
Damage. Yeah. And well, okay, or don't work, computer.
Poe, have you been keeping track of how much damage you did to Strahd? Would you like to know?
No, except that in my head it was like big number make dopamine happy. That's kind of the
It
story.
was pretty good. Yeah, collectively, because I don't remember exactly all the hits, but I remember I did take 138 points of damage collectively. So, yeah, significant.
Oh boy. Oh boy. A lot of HP.
Okay. Spirit Guardians was 10. Halved. Only 5 radiant damage. If that makes any difference.
Yeah, he flinches ever so slightly. What do your Spirit Guardians look like again?
They're little kind of wispy, kind of purplish ghost-like guys with like a leech mouth on them. And they bite you when you get too close to them.
Amazing. Yeah, so he's still got like these green ones that are just kind of like sucking on his undead body, and he's just leaving them there.
They just need a little snack.
Like Remora to the shark.
With my spiritual weapon, I'll draw it up from where it was kind of embedded in that tree and swing it around sickle side towards Strahd and see if I can get him.
Give it a go. You'd have advantage based on where Iain is standing.
Okay, good, because my first to hit was kind of shitty. 16 on my better one.
16 is not enough. You see him kind of glance back, see you like raise your weapon in to strike, and as he just kind of moves ever so slightly to catch it with his pauldron, Of course, he does not have a cloak or like a cape anymore, so it's just like you can see this intricate looking light armor that he's wearing. And as you sink in your blade, doesn't really cut. You can feel it kind of slip, and then you return to your ready position.
Just gonna go to you, bastard, and tuck myself back behind Poe a little bit because I am very bloodied, very injured.
If you move backwards in such a way, you will receive an opportunity attack.
Oh, really? Damn. Then I won't.
Yeah, because like so, Ian's out to distance. Strahd ran towards Iain. You and Poe are like 30-ish feet away from where they are now.
Okay, then I will. Actually, it's what, Dex to dodge away from that, from an opportunity attack.
It's a 2-hit, so he would strike out at you if he chooses to.
It's 2. Nah, I'll just stay here.
Okay. Sounds good. Strahd's
Pray into Cal that I'm not very targetable.
Strahd's going to take a legendary action. He will pluck one of your spirit guardians off of his arm and eat it.
Oh, thank you.
I can't imagine that tastes great.
Tastes like me.
Ew.
Well, I mean, kind of, I guess.
And now I wish to taste Iain.
Yeah, I'm not shocked.
Natural 20, Iain, on this bite. Constitution save, please, Iain.
I can't uncanny dodge this.
You certainly can uncanny dodge it. It will decrease some of this.
Yeah, I do.
Okay, this will be a lot of damage. Okay, so you take 42 points of piercing damage.
Oh, and that's with the half.
That will be halved, so 42 halves to 21.
Jesus Christ!
Yeah, you just managed to like slip. It doesn't hit
Not die.
into an artery as he was going for, but he does pierce your muscle. And how is that con save?
Not great. I'm assuming. Yeah, not great. That's 3.
Do you have any spell slots left?
Yes, definitely.
Okay, so
I have
you
2 second level. 2 first level.
you feel a weakness spreading in your body, and he has afflicted you with something worse than your previous curse. But you don't know exactly what this weakened feeling is coming from, but it's mixing with your blood.
You work low.
All of that. I'm just taking the zombies off the board at this point. They can't get out. They crawl out and obliterated. Poe. Malakai taking care of business, but yeah, Poe, it's your turn.
Poe just like I'm sort of just like coming out of it, and honestly, like probably would still be there, like reeling this turn if it wasn't for just like seeing Iain get like shipwrecked on the other side. Kind of like
Thank you for the 10 hit points, by the way, because that literally stopped me from being so fucking low.
Yeah, and seeing Strahd go for Iain on the other side is enough to kind of like snap me up. And I'll go over towards them. It's 30 feet, right?
Yeah.
and I'm actually just gonna. I'm not even gonna use a weapon. I'm actually just gonna take the shove action as an attack to try and get him off of Iain.
Amazing. You have advantage.
I think it's just a.
Is it contested?
Yeah, I think it's just contested, which is gonna make this unfortunate for me. But I'm gonna
It's gonna
try.
be really hard then.
I know. It's what I would do. I'm sorry.
No. It's good. I love it. I am just.
I know the math here is really bad for me, but
You've got to beat a 23.
doable.
For you. For the rest of them.
Not with those numbers. That's a 21. But I get a second attack, so she's just gonna try again.
Yep. Give it a go. Oh.
Okay, that's 27.
Fuck that. I'm using a legendary resistance to resist you right there because I rolled a natural one. Yeah, for a moment, like Strahd like gives
That's
an
not a
inch.
saving throw though. That's a contested check. Can you legendary resistance on save it on contested check?
It's Strahd's domain. He's gonna do it. Yeah, you feel like him push back, and you do get him to release the bite, but he still has a firm grip on Iain. Yeah.
Like getting like a tick off. That's
Oh yes, harder. Do it more. Pull my hair.
Yeah.
Iain, that weakness does not set in fully.
And then just as I kind of like I'm pushing him, I'll just sort of go back to Zhannan like thanks bud, couldn't have done this, wouldn't still be alive if you hadn't just done that, and spend a die to rally Iain here not Iain, Zhannan really quick. You have 6 temporary hit points. It's not 0.
Every little bit helps.
Yeah, it really does.
All right, then that makes it Malakai's turn.
We'll like with dog piling. All in. I'll fly up. I'll cast a magic card on the stake that I have prepared by Poe, and I will throw it at Strahddy.
Very well.
So the spell is called magic card even when it's not a card, and the spell is
Magic
not.
spell.
I know.
I got 16 plus 7 lots. 24.
That hits.
Great. That's 5 plus 4 force, so 9 and plus 3 fire, and I took Eldritch Adept, so you can no longer resist my fires. And that's it. So 12 total.
Total. Yeah, you strike it into him. He takes some damage. He winces from this and steps back. His grip on Iain. Oh my god. No, it's gone. It was another natural one. Apparently this die is also now tired. And,
No, you can burn a resistance. Go ahead.
Yeah, go ahead.
no. Not again. Used one.
That's
Used
it.
one too many. You know what? He would. He super would. He's running his last legendary resistance to hold on to Iain.
For just this fight or the whole game?
You don't know. If you never long rest again, maybe.
Had to try.
Amazing. Anything else, Malakai?
No, that's it. Looking good, flying around. No more hair.
No more hair.
We burned my hair off last night. Fireball.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay, Iain. Strahd is up.
If I can't have you,
no one can. As
It's really possessive.
black tendrils extend from his fingernails, you feel a deep sinking poison inside of you take root and spread like fire through your veins. I need you to make a constitution save as he casts blight.
Oh no.
Yay, here we go. This might be the end of my sweet voyage. That's a 13. Not
Does
doing great
not
today
not
on
on
the
that.
dice.
Is there anything you can do to make that different?
I don't think so. I don't have inspiration anymore. I'm not resistant to anything.
Okay, you will take the full
I don't think
extent
so.
of this wash then.
Alright. Bye, guys.
Oh, are you technically like a plant? Oh my god. That's not
I
good.
don't think any more. I think I'm-
No, like the horns that
now,
grew
but-
like on the parts of your face.
Oh,
are
they're still there?
They're still there. The staff is withering
Oh.
off on the ground, 30 feet away from you. As Strahd hits you with this blight, lighting up your blood with fire, you see the staff burn away on the ground, and as the last vestige of it reaches for you, Iain, you feel the burn continue along your face, as all of you can see green flames erupt from the plant parts of Ian's horns, as you take 38 points of necrotic damage.
Yeah, that. Oof. How much do I need before I'm like dead
You
again?
need your full amount of HP in one go.
Okay. Please said how much? 38?
Mhm.
Okay, hold on. I need a calculator.
You should be fine,
don't.
unless it's doing like because like you weren't at 1, right? Or were you at 1?
No, I'm at. No. Thanks to the 10 points, I'm at 21 instead of 13. But still not great.
Yeah, so you are down. Yeah, you're not dead.
Yeah. Oh, I'm at minus 17 of 59. So
Thankfully, in 5th edition, you just end up staying at 0. It's only important if you like go to your full hit points. As
okay.
this burns out, you see Ian's eyes become black pits. As this fire, this organic fire that racks your body, you slump over, and Strahd, let's go.
I want to use Sentinel to make an attack on him.
Absolutely.
20.
Hits.
Yeah. This is with my great axe again. 15.
15. As you strike into Strahd, you feel his body shifting. It becomes easier as you carve through his flesh. You get no blood out of it, but you've rended through his armor. And as he looks back at you, enough here. I'm done with you. I'll be seeing Iain in my village of Barovia soon. The rest of you can rot, as he disappears into mist and shadow. We will exit initiative.
Holy shit! I'll run over to fly over to Iain and try and help. I don't know, like, oh my god, this is weird. Healing potions or something. Let's go.
I'm gonna, since we're out of initiative, I'm just gonna throw up a Beacon of Hope so that we get full maximum healing. Use my last 3rd level slot for that. And then do a prayer of healing at 4th level. Can I do that? Yeah. 4th level, which is 4 times 8 plus 9.
41. Holy shit, 41 points of healing.
Everyone's taking 41 hit points of healing. Plus 4, plus 6.
Be that guy, but I have a cast time.
7.
The cast time
47.
of Prayer of Healing is a minute. Is that right?
It was a longer one, but because we're out of initiative,
We are out of initiative.
I'm fine.
He's gonna make
10 minutes.
You did a little bit of healing beforehand.
I'm pretty sure there's healing potions on someone. Doesn't somebody have healing potions? Do I have healing potions? I don't have healing potions. Ah. Oh, I do. I have one. One healing potion superior, which I will give to Iain to take him out of death saves.
It's a bit fine.
Force feed.
Yeah, this like broken form on the ground, your friend, you've never seen injuries quite like this. There are holes where their horns used to be. Ian's face is not whole. His eyes have been burned. Black ichor is coming out of every orifice that on his face. It looks really bad. And as you pour this healing potion into this former half or quarter plant being,
Some in the eye socket there. They need some fixing. It's fucking awful.
What are you doing? Like slaps Malakai's hand away. Those fucking deprivatives in it.
the healing potion takes its effect, and you see Ian's body beginning to regenerate around these pieces. Their true eyes coming back.
Can't watch.
It's like a slow motion, like those like reconstruction videos that you see like a human being built from the skeleton up. Like that's what's happening to Ian right now.
So no longer black, lose the horns, no more mossy gauntlets, that kind of thing.
I mean,
Very
it's no longer
slowly.
necrotic.
Okay, so what do I still have? So I can make a note.
You have your original attributes. You have some new scars that you can depict however you would like.
Tremble.
But
Okay.
your breath returns, and Zhannan, as you complete your prayer as well, you see light and life return to Iain.
Oh wait, I just realized I don't have to use the potion for that. I have swear that
Do it. We did.
cleric. I'm a cleric.
It's okay. We'll say
Hey,
then
we gotta save that for later.
you can save your potion.
Okay, so what?
Sometimes things get
what are
mixed
my
up in the
hit
moment,
points
but
right now?
your magic comes back to you. You preserve the body long enough to finish your prayer. You still get the effect.
Do I get the 47 or do I at a lower rate because I was like dead?
I think
No,
that
that just-
not matter
we
too
just
much
messed
about numbers in a moment. Unless you really want to take, not want to take a route and chase after Strahd right now.
No. Okay. Thank you for the offer.
Wouldn't mind getting off of this hill.
Oh my god. Yeah.
We need to find some place to crash because though I look a lot better than a couple of minutes ago, thank you, I'm fucking exhausted. Don't know about you guys. That was kind of traumatic.
It's pretty scary.
How are you doing,
Pretty scary.
Ian?
I'm gonna be honest. I felt better. I felt better. But thank you for your help. I'm sorry for everything.
No, we gotta tell each other apologies, especially when that fucking fanged bastard's around. Bit mouthy this time, in a lot of ways. Didn't appreciate.
No,
He-
really.
Feeling a bit bitter.
Did he do anything to you when he bit you?
There was a lot that happened when he bit me, and I don't really. Am I still full of the curse that he gave me?
No, it's gone,
Okay.
burned away.
Okay. So all the necrotic stuff is gone. All the plant stuff remains.
No, the plant stuff is like burnt out of you as well.
Okay. So it's just like scars where the horns used to be. There's some weird like discoloration on my arms where the moss and stuff used to be. Okay, cool. Yeah, I can handle it. Okay.
Yeah. But what you do get is a bit more of an understanding. You feel a odd sense of connection now to Strahd. You also feel a little bit of that latent druidic energy within you.
Okay.
And you get the feeling that if you really reached for it, you might be able to access it.
Interesting. Okay.
Do you want to stay here?
Okay. No.
Move on.
I want to get far away from here if possible.
Yeah, I'm getting that vibe myself. Let's just pull out, and then we can can regroup when I'll make the hut big again, and we can stay in there. It's like a tiny hut kind of thing.
Yeah.
And we'll like move away from Yester Hill.
A little woodland spot for the hut.
Yeah, and as you find a little spot for your little hut restaroo, we're gonna go on break. Yeah. Oh, breathe. Almost. All right, friends. Well, we will see you all in a few minutes. Have fun during the break, and go refill your waters and all that kind of stuff. And we will see you in a few. Oh, hello, lovelies. Woo! Welcome back. You're alive, mostly, kind of. Parts of you. Some of you might have lost, like, I don't know, 8 ounces of body mass, but it's fine. Thanks for hanging out with us in chat today. Y'all have been great. Sorry I've been as attentive as I usually am, but that was heckin' intense, y'all.
Yeah. All hands on deck.
Just a quick reminder before we jump back into gameplay that you can indeed follow that link that just came up for the Trans Empowerment Project. Your money goes towards funding education and gender affirming care and aftercare and all that goes along with it to a very underfunded and supported community. So anything that you can do to support, whether it's money or your time, make sure you share that link, tell your friends and family, post it at your work, send a full crew email, like annoy everyone a little bit, but just in a good way. Would really appreciate that. And if you donate enough money, you can do things like make Strahd kiss people, or have fun times like that, or advantage, disadvantage, or increase the danger rating, which isn't really a D&D mechanic, but we've played enough tabletop to know what that feels like. As Malakai sets up a little hut, and you are drawn into the familiar space that is created there. Is there how is it heated? Like, do you have like a little fire in the center, or is it just...
It's almost like too hot inside there. Like, it just seems to be like there's burning wall sconces that kind of line the circular side of the hat, kind of dangerously close to fabric that seems to be immune to its heat. And then there's a bunch of pillows in the center of it where you can kind of like sit and sit across from each other, but the pillows are like kind of cool to the touch. Like it's like a leveling kind of thing, but the air is like hot and kind of a slight smoky linger from the burning incense and hookah that sits in the center.
As each of you take your seats around the center, what's going through your mind, Iain?
A lot of holy shit, and in terms of like, holy shit, I'm alive. Holy shit, my mom made a deal that I don't understand, and she's managed to find me despite the fact that I was so careful and can't let anyone find me. Holy shit, I almost died 3 times at least during that fight. Almost became a vampire, got so close to getting my goal. So he's just sitting there kind of like, just completely out of it, just not even thinking. You could talk to him, but it's not going to be a very stimulating conversation. There's a lot of processing as he tries to figure out who he is, what he is, and how to go on from here. Because he also is remembering all the people he killed, how he's never actually killed anyone before this. So there's a lot going through his head. He tries to figure out what the hell to do next. And also he's still bloody.
Yeah, you're just kind of like
A
sitting
little
there. The rest of you definitely see that Iain is processing things.
I'll just like throw a blanket up over Ian's shoulders, not like saying much, just kind of like grab like a cozy blanket, even though it's like way too hot in here for blankets. But you know, it's a thought, yeah, and like kind of like cozy you in a bit and just kind of like wordlessly kind of leave a hand there, and then just kind of like turn to everybody else and being like, you know, wouldn't it? And I go onto the opposite end of the room to where the painting of Dasami is, and just kind of mutter and argue with it for a hot second.
Yeah, you look rough. Not in like an insulting way, but like in a you look tired. And I sit down across from him. How are you holding up without your stick? How are you feeling?
I feel lighter. I don't know how to explain it other than things are lighter. But I also
That's
feel like
good.
I'm missing something. But I think that'll go away. Time. I hope.
I sure hope so.
Well,
Because if it doesn't, then that means that you probably are missing something. But for now, that remains to be seen.
right.
Yeah.
Right.
You're safe in here, Ian, remember? Nothing can get in. Nothing, like, as long as we stay inside the hut, like you're safe,
Right.
we'll keep you safe. We'll keep each other safe, right?
Right. Right. That's yeah. Not likely right now. Right. Oh God. I'm sorry again for all of that. No. I don't know what happened. Why I did half the things that I did.
Oh, it was the staff. When you were sleeping one time, we identified it. Sorry about the little misdirection, but you got a bit crazy about it sometimes. But you would totally curse. It happens to anybody, really. Sometimes you just say the wrong thing and you get cursed.
Right. Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah, look, I accept your apology, and don't worry about it.
Yeah.
Great.
To be honest,
Are you hungry? I could thaw out some frozen bat. Pull out a frozen bat from my pocket. Just if you want. Never mind.
Are we that desperate at this point?
Well, I'm out of food. I don't know about you guys, but
I don't think we have any.
No, that is true. I guess we are that desperate. Shit.
I'll divvy it up.
Very wholesome, people.
Is Poe just like chilling? Like, what's eating? Who does that?
Yeah.
But are you okay, Poe? Are you okay? Is everybody else okay? Like, is you kind of zoned out there when the Ian got out of the bubble? You were kind of miles away. What?
You.
I don't want to be a downer or anything, but I don't there's no. Obviously, I want to help you guys get out of here, but I don't feel like there's any point anymore. We'll get you guys out.
Every
What do you mean?
Point to
What are you talking about?
I'm never gonna eat fucking frozen bat again. That's what.
Literally the small one.
Is that something you really want to do? Because
I'm gonna tell you right now, it's not that good.
could eat a frozen bat. You just don't, have to. If anything, I'd see that as an advantage. But, the undead thing kind of cancels that out. But, yeah, my point is, you see no point to something that doesn't really have a point to begin with, in my opinion, it seems. Like, what is the point of eating? To nourish yourself and keep a body alive, but you don't have to, so...
Well, that's what I'm getting at. When I started here, I thought that if I just got out, it would be easy to, well, maybe not easy, but I could find the person who did this and I could fix this. But when he touched me in there, I remembered what happened, and I know now that nothing I do out there is going to fix this. So I'm stuck like this for the rest of my life. So what is the point? Probably the only person who could fix this is Strahd. So what am I still doing here trying to fight him?
Well, we just make them do
Oh,
it.
though.
Yeah, well, we've got to
Is it
find out.
becoming a vampire? Or is it reviving you?
It's my life too, is not?
But
I'm already fucking dead.
yes, but you're under your own control.
Yeah,
Not dead.
he wouldn't
Am I?
leave free will.
Am I under my own control? Because that's the thing, is I remember how I came back.
And how did you come back?
There was... Where I grew up was a lot like Malakai in the sense that you could fucking spit across the size of the town. And there was pretty much only one other kid my age there with this girl named Morgan, and probably because I didn't have anybody else to hang out with, I was fucking in love with her, as you tend to be. Morgan was a necromancer, has some really stupid ideas, and one day, not that long ago, she thought it was a good idea to go looking for something in a tomb, and I followed her just like I always do, and lo and behold, I didn't get out of there, and she put me back together again, or at least she tried. And I thought maybe whoever did this to me, if I just found them again when I got out, was going to be able to fix this. But I know she can't. I don't even think she wants to. But
Think maybe she thinks she did.
yeah,
You better-
Maybe she thinks you're fixed. Maybe you are fixed.
I'm just going to point at the part of my flesh that doesn't connect in my neck under the sutures and be like, you call this fixed?
And I'll just put my hand on Poe's neck, right underneath the wound, and I'll just kind of look inside and examine it, examine the other stitches, and I'll just be like, I mean, you're not the same as you were, but being different can accomplish some pretty incredible things, don't you think? And I'll look around at our little motley crew hanging outside of a hat. You might not
Yeah.
be taking red, and you might not have the same reasons that you once had, but you can at least go on long enough to try and find her. I think she tried to fix you out of love, and well, if you did love her, maybe you owe it to her to try and find her again. What what anything that Strahd would give you would never be out of love. He doesn't have love, and that's why we beat him today, guys. It was the love that we had to try and protect each other and try and help each other.
I think the activity let us go.
Well, maybe
Look.
because he knew. You know, that it wasn't as easy as he thought it was. He thought he was going to get what he wanted. All he did was get away. Way I see it, at least.
Yeah.
So maybe, Poe, you don't feel like you got a reason. Well, getting us out of here might be a reason. And I'll tell you right now, I'm not leaving here without you. There's nothing waiting for me back in wherever land. I had no home. This is my home, and I'll welcome you to it, whichever form or unlife or life you want. You're always welcome here.
Well, appreciate it, buddy. Just gonna reach out and palm his head and take a piece of the bat and eat it.
Look, I'll be honest, I have my issues with necromancers in general because they tend to operate on selfish means for raising the dead. However, you seem to be clearly separated from this person who brought you back. She's not here, is she? And, I mean, this is a completely different plane, so it stands to reason that you have a degree of autonomy, that you are your own person, despite technically, in magical book sense, being a raised construct. You have something that many undead don't. And, well, for one, that's fascinating to me as a cleric who works in life and death, but it's also kind of an opportunity for yourself to either, well, to live for your own motivations, I suppose. Like Malakai said, you could find this person who raised you. She could have done it out of love. She could have done it out of selfishness. Or...
Nope.
Or that. Or you could simply live for yourself. Find a new reason to exist. Find new joys in a body that may not have been your own choice to inhabit, but was it your own choice to die in the first place? It doesn't seem like it. I think you have a lot yet to experience, despite your situation. And I don't think that you giving up and staying here is going to, I don't know. It doesn't seem like the end-all be-all to me. And I'm normally one to say, let the dead rest, let them go to Kel. But something about you isn't quite the dead, now is it?
Really think that? You're a grave cleric. You know better than anybody about what's on the other side. You think this is better than that?
Well, for whatever reason, Kel has not claimed your soul or your body. For whatever reason, there's not forces hunting you down, trying to drag you back to the eternal after realms and whatever he decides to do with you, so something in you strives for autonomy or strives for something. You must. I mean, there's got to be something. I do think that there is life to you yet.
You'll miss the way ale tastes in that one bar just outside the valley in the Darkhold.
Okay.
Sucks to never have that again.
We never know.
We could look into reviving specific items. Start with your taste buds. Like, pull out a notebook and start scribbling down a bunch of symbols. Cleric symbols.
I'm sure we could find someone who has reviving powers. I don't think whoever this Morgan is did this out of malicious intent. If she did, you'd probably not have as much autonomy as we do now. If she did, you probably wouldn't be here. You'd be by her side, under her control. The fact that she revived you and just disappeared, something's weird about that to me. I don't know what it means. I think you owe it to her to find her, or at least confront her about her intentions. For yourself, if nothing else, get your closure.
You might be right, Iain. Something to that. All right. Well,
At the
that's
very
enough.
least, give her a piece of your mind.
Yeah, no kidding. Well, that's enough of me moping. We almost killed him. We can do it.
Yeah.
We need everything we could.
I think so. I also found a spell called Locate Object. I don't know if that's useful at all, but you could try that.
What object? Because there's a god that I've been deeply missing.
Well, I was thinking maybe some kind of singing, talking weapon might be interesting to... What's the range on it? How far away can we be?
1,000 feet of me. And if it's in motion, I know where it's going. As long as I've seen the object, and within 30 feet of me, I'll see anything from apparel, jewelry, furniture, tool, and weapon.
That's good to know. But I mean, probably not very useful in the middle of the point.
We can head towards where we think it might be, cast it, see if it's in within 1,000 feet, move on, try again. I don't have any other idea unless someone else knows a better way.
The castle, isn't it? Because that was the last place we saw it. Was you took it from you, Zhannan.
I got the werewolf den, and then it wasn't.
Yes.
And then we went to the hill. Now we have to find it again.
Wasn't at the werewolf den, and it's not here. Dawnbringer, my love, where are you? I miss your gentle whispers. Your songs when I fall asleep.
I mean, we only really got one thing left on the shopping list, right? And that's Ishwark.
Yeah.
In the nest, that would
Two birds, one
think
stone.
it might be the same thing.
Yeah.
With that, I suppose we'll take a long rest.
Yes.
Turning in for the night.
Yeah.
I do not sleep, and in fact, well, I don't sleep generally, but I don't sleep this evening, and I will ritually cast Find Familiar. And the familiar will be the ghost dog from Strahd's house that I had the collar for, and I'll put his collar on.
It's not a rabbit that you can pull out of your hat.
No, it's a ghost dog.
So cute.
As each of you are resting, you take a moment to kind of consider how things have changed here. Starting with Malakai, even though you don't sleep, while you're focusing on your ritual, your mind is wandered in three different parts, and one part of your mind that is attempting rest, even though you don't need it, wanders a bit. And Malakai, has your fear changed since you last encountered it?
Yeah, I'd say he's a lot more brave now. That it's it's taken on a more complex triggering in his mind.
Taking that kind of time to reflect on that aspect, it's a little startling. And when that part of your mind rejoins and your new goodest boy appears to you, you feel more capable of taking that on. What was the name of the dog again?
Oh, good lord! Now you got me some bad with names.
I think it changed to Malakai, actually.
It did change to Malakai.
I'll just name it. Assuming it was the name the whole time, I'll name it Disarming.
Hell yeah!
It just feels right.
Well, beautiful. It's missing like a couple links of its tailbone, but like it still forms. For the most part, pretty good. It will do your bidding as you see fit. Familiars are quite powerful. No, you can't attack with it. You can do attacks through it, though. There are certain spells and such that you can use through your familiar. So yeah, I have to look out for more than just fireballs now, and radiance and yep. Zhannan,
I have the name if you want it.
Oh yeah, yeah. What did you record?
Oh yeah, what was
So
it?
the name, it was Cassius the Third.
Oh yeah,
Originally. I like the sounding. But if you wanted to know, I did. Sorry. Go on.
I'll just turn Cassius the Third over on the dog tag. Be like, yeah, there we go.
Every rescue ever. Zhannan, as you are doing your own trance and you're focusing a lot on the studies that you've had and the runes that you're attempting to put together, your faith being the basis for what you want to know more about Poe's condition and how to maybe change it or make it more appealing. While you're resting, I'd like you to make a religion check.
Just there. 19 plus 3, 22.
Pretty good. With a 22, and you know that while you are able to connect with your magic through your faith, connecting with your God is much more difficult here. And it has been your faith for so long that has carried you all this time and fueled what you do. But if you were able to connect once more, perhaps that would give you more of a inkling of how to help your friend. You also know that this place in itself contains great power. Were you to harness that power for some form of ritual, you could also get, you just like hearing like a little call from your God far, far away.
My sibling outside my door.
There's a couple of options. Should you be able to harness the power of this realm, you might be able to reshape certain aspects of reality.
Yes.
But harnessing that power without corruption is kind of what your sticking point is as you complete your rest. Poe, as you don't really rest either, you are restless even more than usual, wrestling with these feelings, wrestling with your sense of self. Having a connection to your friends is kind of helping to keep you a little more grounded. But it is, how would you expend this energy? How do you go about processing this while they rest?
I feel like in a lot of ways, the worst part about not sleeping is that, normally that like reprieve you get at the end of the night of like being stuck inside your own head just like never goes away. So that like that, the overthinking has no end to it. So, at least I'm just like lying there, basically conducting like a full autopsy of my relationship, start to finish, and thinking about the fact that, people like Strahd have, some ways of making you do what they want, but there are a lot of ways of making other people do what you want without magic. And sort of just like going over in my head, like how many of the decisions I've made in like the last, 2, 3, 10 years are things that I did for good reasons, or because, because I thought somebody meant something, a certain amount to me. And no, normally I'm like a physical person. Normally this would be, we get out and we fucking do drills for hours in the middle of the night when all this stuff is rattling around inside of your skull too much. But it's such a small space, too many people who are also not sleeping, that there's not really nothing to do but sort of just toil through that till the morning.
This new focus, this change in everything, you become reattuned to the favor that you were left. This what color is the handkerchief? Is white?
Yeah, well, at one point it was, it's like over the years, it's got a lot of like sword grease and dirt, but the parts underneath are still white, like under the stitching.
Yeah, as you sit there toiling over your thoughts, not really realizing that you're attuning this item, you gain a new sense of tactics and pressure, and that desire and that strength that you can now tap materializes as a new feat. You gain the martial adept feat, which will add more to your superiority die and to your maneuvers for as long as you are attuned to this item.
Awesome.
It does not count as a traditional attunement slot.
Wild.
Yeah.
Well, there's a lot of baggage that come with that, so.
Like any relationship.
That's like the tagline for the show. There's a lot of baggage that comes with that.
Yeah.
Baggage in my Barovia? Ian, as the night passes to you, we see you attempting to get some sleep, your brain firing in new ways and wrestling with all that has happened since you went under your fugue state of evil.
Slightly bitchy.
with evil Ian put to rest, how are you feeling about your predicament?
He has a lot of questions, but I think he's also dead tired. Because he has not been sleeping well. Go figure, with the curse and everything. So while he doesn't think he's going to sleep well, and his brain won't stop going crazy and racing through everything he's done in the last however many days, weeks that they've been here and that he's been cursed. And he eventually just passes out because his body, his human body, cannot physically take it anymore. And I don't know what he would dream about in this moment, but I think for the first time ever, he starts to remember his dreams, and it's very unnerving.
And as you dream of a moonless night, rustling through whatever back alleys you trained in. That first night you made your first heist, your first item theft. And it just speaks to all of the training that your father and your parents taught you, the way you move and skulk about, all of this overwhelming you in the moment as you feel the terrors from all that you've been through rust away some of that, and you can't help but feel the presence of Strahd looming over you even now. And though he says nothing to you and is but a shadow, you can feel that upon your heart. And though you did sleep, and though you did get a rest, you feel like you truly have not in years. But for now, you are free of his influence, and the choices you make are yours. And as you awaken, you feel a weight in your pocket.
He takes out a mysterious weight in his pocket.
And what you hold in your hand is an incredibly powerful and magical seed.
Interesting.
You sense no evil coming from it, but you do sense power.
Instead, I put it in the bag that still has the livers I have yet to dispose of.
As the staff's magic fades from your abilities, those livers will begin to rot.
Yep.
As you go for the bag, you just see Dasani like pawing at it, trying to get his head into it.
There's a unique odor.
Okay, so I dump out the livers for the ghost dog. So I'm like, honestly, why not? And put the seed in and tie it off and put it in my bag. In one of its own slots.
Dasani gobbles every inch of liver up. You can see in their transparent stomach as it moves along their spine. The digestion process sped up a little. This familiar has probably never eaten this well in its limited time of life. So, great first meal.
I have one last question. He opens up his locket. Is it back to normal? Is it still the mirror?
As you open up the locket, you look and you see it is polished to a mirror surface. And you do still see yourself.
Is the quote still engraved in it?
Because you have looked at this so many times, you know where the words should be. And should you choose to put them back is up to you.
He does. And he closes it and tucks it back under his shirt.
Grab your stuff, time's up, and the hat just like disappears and like pops onto my head as it like shrinks in the skull and
All right. Archie next.
I think we are off to the crow's nest. Maybe we could try and find, or we can head back to Velaki for Esmeralda, but just like we're out here in the wild, we might as well try and find this nest of the were-ravens that we might have accidentally removed their cares. So hopefully that's not a problem with them, that those two young folks were no longer part of the group.
We should see
Oh, yeah. That was...
if we can get you guys something to eat, because that'll be a problem if we're out here for too long, too. So I'll keep an eye out for that on the way.
Oh, yeah. Well,
Yeah.
you have to have a bat, and that was pretty much all I could carry. But if we see another one, well, yeah.
Had pretty good or bad luck with wolf stuff.
Hungry as you are,
Maybe rabbit.
Greek. Have you seen a rabbit in Barovia that aren't the four of you?
Great question.
Partridge. Robin. Crow.
Oh yeah, there's lots of crow.
Crow?
They're blue jays, because those are also technically corvids.
While technically corvids, they are not.
don't match the aesthetic. I get it.
Look, a blue jay flutters in through yonder window. 'Tis but Barovia in
Quick, eat it! Oh my god.
Do we know what way to go to the nest? I don't quite recall. I'm pretty sure Esmeralda had an idea of when we asked her what we should do
So
before we split off to Yester Hill.
she said she was going to deliver the kids to their parents in Valachi. And if they're as for like a nest, you could try checking out where the Wizards of Wine had formerly set up, but you know that's pretty destroyed after you left there.
Right.
And you also know that the family that was there already fled, so there aren't really more humans there right now. In fact, there's not really much of anything.
Well, if the kids' parents are in Valachi, and the kids were Prodruids, then their parents would know where the nest is, right?
Maybe, yeah, we can head back to Valakai. I mean,
Would they cure them of their curse of being heart?
we did. Well, they were aware something.
Right.
But it wasn't a werewolf.
Yes.
But we didn't know that until we had already done the thing, because I couldn't pull him off. So they had
Right.
some kind of infection going on, and
Yes.
they did not turn into werewolves like the ones that we left.
Right. Right. Those ones. Oh god, I'm gonna spell that.
They all were unaware,
It's fun.
but
You killed a
They're
lot of
parents,
people. It's
right?
not doing good.
You know, it just didn't seem like they were going to leave us too many choices. I don't think this place is particularly kind to people that get stranded here and the souls that are trapped here.
Way back when we were leaving the Wizards of Wine, correct me if I'm wrong, didn't we find like some crow feathers near like the kid there? Didn't it, probably meaning that they carried the kid off or whatever?
Yeah, well, all the two Wizards of Wine and the kid were gone, and all we found was like evidence of some kind of like giant corvid and some.
Probably.
So, and then I encountered some strange crows in Valeki, and they were flying in a weird direction, but I didn't pursue because, you know, I was already wandering off on my own. Didn't want to leave town without. Sorry.
Which way were they flying? Because here's what I'm thinking. Maybe instead of going back to Valaki, maybe what we should do is make a little stop off at the Wizards of Wine, stock up there on, you know, food and supplies, and then trek off that way, following where the Corvids were going.
That makes sense to me.
yeah, we could just follow the crows.
Because there were, you know,
We could
really, it's only been a couple of days. It's gotta be feathers or.
Triangulated. Is that what
Really only been a couple of days.
with our two places and we know a direction? All right, yeah, that's brilliant, Poe. Following you.
Yeah. You know what you're up to. Boy.
How would you like to track these flights?
Well, we got a direction from Valaki. We walked that path from Valaki to the Wizards of Wine. So we had, like, if we can keep that direction kind of from the Wizards of Wine, we should have 2 points in a direction.
I could use my keen perception skills to keep an eye out for any feathers along the way or any flapping in trees.
I can use investigation to look around.
This is a stupid question, but if the sun doesn't really rise or set in Barovia, right? But so then the shadows casting outside must always be in the same direction, right?
Yes. Did Wizards of the Coast think of this? No.
So couldn't we, in theory, use that to navigate with a good enough survival check?
Yeah, I love that. A survival
I love
check.
this.
You will find a way to get there. It will just depend on how quickly you can get there and how hungry you are.
I'll pull him off into crow, just for fun.
Just for shits and giggles.
Feels good.
Just in case. Fuck, that's Malakai. Never mind.
Just always like running around barking at you like you're up there and he's down there. How did a survival check go?
I roll a 13. That's what I have to offer you.
Ooh.
Flat 20 plus 6.
Oh, not 20 but 6.
Hey! I think she'll be fine.
With a 0 on it. It's a 20. Holy Jesus. Okay, yeah. Wait, Jesus is not in this edition. Wait for 6th edition, which will never happen, but no something. He rises again as you head down the trail. Don't worry, I'm already going to Hell's. It's fine. It's fine.
I'm gonna make it worse. I was just gonna say Jesus as like an enemy akin to Strahd. Go find him. He wrote again. It's that. So we're going to hell together.
You fight undead Jesus.
You spend, you find a path, and you spend the next hour walking along it to, which gets you a good chunk of the way through Barovia as it is. You follow this triangulated path, and you can see where the feathers. You pick up on the clues. You get to the end of this trail where there is a bit of a mound rising up in the forest. And you can see feathers scattered all around it. Large trees encircle this little mound with like a cave mouth kind of opening, a little grotto, if you will. The trees around are filled with perches, and Malakai, as a crow, you instinctively would know that being around this part, like, this gives you a vantage point of anything that would come towards this area.
I'll take a look and try and use my crow eyes to see.
It also dawns upon you that there's no mist.
Anywhere? Like, throughout the trip?
At the moment. There's still like overcast skies, but something has happened to the mist.
And when we destroyed the tree, the mist kind of retreated. Does it feel like it's been retreating from that point outwards?
Definitely. Whatever you've done, you've disrupted how the mist interacts here in Barovia.
I got a natural 1 as a crow for perception.
You realize that there are more insects in Barovia than you could have thought possible.
That's crazy.
Feeling a little
Not hungry anymore.
Yeah, you get some wood beetles. They're pretty, in crow form, they are especially tasty. They are juicy and crunchy. If you were a human, you would akin this to Gusher's popcorn.
That sounds awful.
So, like the dogs look like in the Lion King.
Oh no, a bot. Hang on, I gotta get rid of this. Look, gross. Get it.
Be gone.
Begone, bot.
Whoosh.
Channel the
Smite.
Destroy undead.
Yeah, no doubt. Yes, it's not right. I'll take my hat off and I can't see anything from up there, but what I did notice is that looks like we might have got rid of the mist a little bit.
Oh.
To me, that sounds like loosening so-and-so's power.
is looking clearer out here. The range of vision we have seems better, which is kind of unnerving, honestly.
Told you guys.
Working out with Seymour.
You know,
As you continue to check out this area, you hear nothing. There looks to be the signs of bird battle. There are feathers in clusters around here, all around the mouth of this cave.
Can I go to the mouth of the cave and do my best crow call into it? Just to see if I can call anyone out.
As you make this call,
Reverberate back into the trees.
unexpectedly echoes through the cave, and it amplifies your call out of the cave as the whole clearing fills with your voice. Nothing happens. Although it's a little unnerving how silent and still the world is.
well, maybe we should be careful, but pop and pay him a visit.
Is there sign of a dead bird around, or is it just feathers as if there was a fight?
Outside this cave, you just see the like clusters and bundles of these feathers, but you don't see any bodies.
60 feet inside of the cave, can I cast Create Bonfire to light up the inside?
Yeah, you are quite capable.
Natural gas.
Oh god, no. Natural gas in Barovia? A free, cheap power source? Absolutely not. Get out of here.
Only if you can harness it, otherwise it's just deadly.
No invisible gases, thankfully. But with the light from your bonfire, you do see through this grotto opening a pretty gruesome sight. That family that you encountered on the way out of, or with the way into the Wizards of Wine, is resting here.
Like in pieces.
Like alive.
What kind
Judging
of
by the
resting?
gore that fills this cavern, no.
That's not great.
Well,
When they disappeared, does anyone remember if they turned into crows or if they were picked up by crows? But they just
Well, I'm sure.
okay. Couldn't remember.
I'm gonna.
Can I... Go ahead.
I was just gonna say I'm gonna light a torch and go in to with the intention of sort of searching the joint.
But there's a lot of blood around, so maybe it wasn't a vampire? Maybe?
Crows like to fight in the big circle. We'll put someone in the middle and pin another crow down that's displeased them. If they were working for Strahd and we got the staff away from them, and Strahd found out, he could have done the same thing to them.
Depends on whether or not it was the Wizards of Wine. They were they were working for
We
them.
killed them,
True,
but
I
they
thought
were
it was
definitely
true.
working for Strahd.
If they were working for Strahd, well, I mean, they might have been providing Strahd. That might be a different thing than working for or with it. We learned the finites of, a lot of people in Barovia have kind of forced into deals with Strahd. What were the druids doing there? If the druids were working with Strahd, we know that. We saw the outcome of that not but a night ago. So,
I think they were just there to make sure the family did what Strahd wanted. I don't know. I don't think the family was intending to be with Strahd, but they definitely were under his control. And then when we fucked that all up, we basically sentenced them to death by evisceration by crow, apparently.
Well,
what did their wounds
this is a little
look
bit
like?
effort. Why don't we go inside and take a look and find out?
Yeah, a little sleuthing work might help you see some more clues together.
Okay, I'll roll
Their
investigation.
wounds and see what kind,
Medicine.
like what.
Medicine,
Alternative.
survival, investigation. Tell me what you're rolling. I'll give you some information. Or
I want
not.
to look around the cave and see what they were like.
24 to medicine.
The wounds inflicted upon these bodies, and I'm only going to be talking about the adults, they look like claw marks, very similar to what you just faced when Strahd was able to slash at you and in another form rend parts of you. This would be what the result of a fatal blow would look like from that. None of them have bite marks. Furthermore, the feathering is all from outside the cave. There are no feathers inside here and in this grotto.
Interesting. I rolled a 14 for investigation, just looking to see if I can see any oddities around the cave, anything that stands out that maybe
Yeah.
shouldn't be there.
Yeah, as you look around, you see a very interesting mark that you spend some time kind of just thinking about. You sketch it out so that you have a copy of it. And as you are interacting with it, it is a what you notice to be like a sun with sigils around it, and then like a circular center as well, like carved into it, looking like almost like something might fit there. All of these etched around, you notice them in different places. And something else that stands out to you, Iain, is that the connection that you had with druidic magic lends you to believe that these feathers were some form of that.
Form of druidic magic.
And
Interesting.
like part of changing shape. Poe, what was your role?
I just want to roll like survival to see if this looked like a place that they were like holed up long term, or if this was like they were stopping for a night.
Yeah.
Which is a 9.
With a 9, I mean, it's pretty basic, the supplies that are here. This, if anything, is some sort of like storehouse, safe house kind of thing. Despite its advantages, it is not very defendable. You wouldn't want to have a fight here, and you can see why it didn't go well. But that's all you get with a 9.
Can I tell if the family were druids as well? The Wizards of Wine.
They might be, but not ones that, you're not familiar exactly with their abilities. Not with investigation. Good. Malakai, did you ever roll?
Anna?
I was going to turn into a crow and just kind of fly around the outside of the cave looking for bats.
Interesting.
And like signs.
Already a crow.
Okay.
I turned bat.
Yeah, without burning up too much of your resources, also you can just extend your pro time a bit.
Oh, it's fine. I got so many charges on that thing, dude. It's bad.
As you fly around, there is no life whatsoever around here. Other than the bugs and you and your companions. There's no bats. There's no other corvids. It's quiet.
Too quiet.
I would take a
With it, what was the prophecy again, or what was in the cards? What are we supposed to find here?
I see a nest of ravens. There you will find a prize.
Can I do locate objects?
Locate object, yes. Do you have to know what kind of object you're looking for?
I am looking for Dawnbringer, specifically.
Okay. Casting this, focusing on Dawnbringer, being very familiar with this item. Double checking the map, see how far away it is. Ooh, 2 miles? Is that what you get, or is it?
One.
It said 1,000 feet. I don't know what that is.
It's pretend. It doesn't. That's not a measurement that anyone should be using. That's the wrong map. That's the right map. That's better. No. Sometimes D&D Beyond, I don't know what your plan is. Plan. Where's my 1,000? I need the what's it called? The guy, the legend. His name. Oh, there it is. It is not within range currently. You do not sense its presence.
Okay.
Though Poe reciting the fortune, this is definitely a nest of ravens.
Okay.
So where's our prize?
Search the cave.
Yeah, is this the only room, or is there like a deeper?
This is it, as far as you can see.
Yeah, I mean, I guess I'll help anybody else investigate, like, picking up the heavy stuff and moving things out of the way, trying to turn this place over to find our prize.
Can I? This might be really, really dumb. Can I pick my finger a little bit enough to? I don't know if it's gonna do anything. Enough to put blood on the sigil.
Oh, very interesting. Yes, you can.
Okay, I do that. Does anything happen? Do I have to roll anything to see if anything happens?
As you do this, you feel not great. Having lost a lot of blood yesterday. You use a little bit more today. The symbol does take your blood, and fills the center of the symbol, but nothing happens, and you feel this great sense of unworthiness.
Oh, cool. That's the way.
The other time you felt like this unworthy has been when you've been chastised by Sister Melisenda of Attala.
I elbow Zhannan and be like, hey, like, I'm not up on the religious stuff, but is that the same thing as the church in town? Like that sun?
Oh yeah.
Is it?
It's similar.
I got my blood on
Not
it.
the same.
Close, but not quite.
It likes blood, it just doesn't like mine. So if anyone else is worthy,
Or didn't like you either. Maybe it needs something like Xana's.
My blood.
I'm not evil anymore.
I guess I could try.
Oh. Do you put some Zhannan blood in there?
Yeah. Put a little. Pick
As you do,
smudge it on there.
you feel more worthy, as a sense of flying takes over your senses, and this crow's eye view leads you from this spot all the way back to Valaki. And once you make the flight, you return to your senses.
I stumble a little bit because my entire vision just left my regular body. You go, whoa! I feel like really cool right now. I just saw the flight to Valakut.
Oh?
Yeah. And back? And then I was in my body again. So either we should go to Valakut or somebody's already on their way there. And I just happened to pop into their eyeballs.
Interesting. Do I recognize the sigils at all?
A roll history.
Can I read them?
History or which side?
Comprehend languages?
History or religion is appropriate for this. Reading them with comprehension languages. It's not a language.
All right, well, I got an 8, so that's going to be a big I don't know shit about shit.
With an 8, you feel great.
Well, a little loopy maybe. Too much blood loss. I need a juice box.
Can I
Certainly didn't.
use ghostly gaze? Gives me the ability to see through solid objects.
Yeah.
God vision of 30 feet. And I'm going
Nope,
to
the
use
game
that.
is long past. I can know myself. The ghostly gaze are here.
Yeah. Ghostly gaze. Serving retro realness.
So your ghostly gaze, interesting. Interesting. No, that is not the true. That's very interesting. How about a roll?
Love it.
Not a
That's
straight
fine.
roll. Not a straight roll. 'Cause
Roll
it's
some dice, right?
A ghostly gay roll.
a gay roll.
Yeah.
It's the same thing. It's just different.
Just to be queer, it's a ghostly gaze.
Yes.
Let me be.
What would you like me to roll? Just a gay roll?
I say Arcana or Perception would be top of my list, but if you can convince me for something else, go for it.
Let's go with perception. That's a 19.
Okay. You see, you aren't able to push your vision through it, which is what is so odd. You can see the outline of a deeper pit of the cavern for sure. How to access it, you aren't entirely sure, but it's there, and a door that begs to be opened.
I should block that.
Oh my god. You are the worst.
Malakai is doing interpretive dance on the other side of the cave.
Yeah, it's like some birds of paradise.
Walking about Malakai.
Ian's intrigued enough that he walks over. What did you find?
I will turn back into Malakai. Joke served. And relay that there's another chamber, like a little bit deeper, perhaps one of secrets that we just need to locate.
Oh, I like the sound of that. So we're in the money. We just gotta find it.
If I
Do you know
put
where?
my blood back on one of these symbols and think about a secret chamber in this cave, will it show me the path to that?
Probably, yeah, I'd say.
Good to go.
I wish to try this. I put my blood on a symbol.
So, funnily enough, you're going to need a corvid to get into this room. You see ancient ravens of years past perform a ceremonial dance, not unlike what Malakai had just attempted. And in doing that sequence, it touches the right stones in this particular order to open it up. So while you don't necessarily have to do the dance, it just helps you remember how to access the ring. You now possess that knowledge. How you choose to relay that is up to you.
All right. Okay. I've got it. We need a crow to do a little dance. And then we can get into the room. Thank you. Okay, very good. Now, with your right wing, you're going to come up and do a little spin and then stomp your little foot down on that stone right there. You see it? Yes, okay. And then that wing that's up comes down onto the other stone over there. And then your beak comes down onto that stone 3 times. Just 3 quick little tappy taps. And then both wings go back up. You spin around again. And then both wings come down on those 2 little stones over there. And then 3 more tappy taps with your beak, and then we're in. Very good.
As the dance is completed, you see feathers light up in magical symbols around the door frame as the entirety of it just disappears, revealing a ring behind.
Yay!
Doors in this place being locked by dances. That's like the second one.
So
Look
into it.
back.
It's like a
Did I-
Barovia thing or something.
Was my
It's
performance
an
good
entirely
enough
new
for
way
the
of
ghostly
lock
game?
picking.
The ghostly gays are like, yes, slay.
Oh, I forgot you're supposed to do a death drop at the end. Then do it.
Oh Lord. Inside
beautiful.
this room, as you unlock it, there are lights dancing along the walls of this small chamber, an altar with many a feather piled up around it. There looks to be a book on there and a crow's nest that is empty. You also see the symbol inside here enlarged across the entirety of the back wall. This is like a little 5-foot chamber. Barely any room for one person.
Well, one person and a crow. I'm in the nest.
Sitting in this nest, you feel great. You feel the powers of light and magic within you, and almost at this crow's touch, you could cast certain light spells. Like this one, or flare, or dancing lights.
I'll cast light on my beak.
Wow.
Reading by crowlight, you can examine the rest of the room. Do you read the book?
So, whoa, before anybody goes touching any more weird magic shit, can one of you maybe take a look, see if that thing is, cursed? We just broke our last one. I'm not that interested in doing that whole song and dance again.
So close.
Fair enough.
No curse things. Hello. I don't think that I can, actually.
Checking out Kirsten.
Unless we're just going off of vibes.
Hey, vibes.
You can give it a vibe check. Give me insight. Give me religion. Give me arcana.
I can give you insight. 16 insight.
As you
Feel cursed.
inspect the book, and while the book isn't cursed, there is certainly the feeling of curses stemming from this area. It seems that there's some sort of ritual that can be completed here. A ritual of transformation.
And
Can I open the book and take a gander at some of the pages and see if it gives me any more details about this transformation?
Opening the book, you read a story about someone named Lord Delt of El Terrell. If you know where El Terrell is, congratulations, good job. If you don't, go look it up because it's a lot of fun. This person was sent here to also deal with Strahd in their own way. This assassin possessed a holy symbol, one of Ravenkind, and its abilities are unique and powerful. Unfortunately for Lord Delt, he was clearly unsuccessful, as Strahd still lives and has dominion over this land. The book also continues on in other scripts. It also recognizes that a paladin, whose name is Lordana, also carried this artifact, serving a giant raven god, hoping to quell this domain, this foul corruption that Strahd has created here. This symbol comes from their demise as well. And so while the paladin and the assassin were both unable to finish off Strahd, the power contained within this holy artifact is what has transformed several of the people of this realm into its caretakers as were-ravens. Notably listing this family as its caretaker, but also members that are not here. 4 of them. And you know the name for Wayne quite well, back at the Blue Water Inn.
Well, think we should talk to Erwain then, considering his family seems to be in charge of guarding whatever power this is. At least it seems to be.
A family which now only has 2 were-ravens in it.
Yeah.
Wasn't Erwin also...
Who? Sorry, what's Poe first?
wasn't it Erwin's brother who was like running the Wizards of Wine? I'm sorry, running the vineyard, and
pulling like my beak.
And those people disappeared, and so they must have turned into ravens and taken off that way.
Okay. And just look outside. Are those not the corpses that are outside? Are the Wizards of Wine?
There aren't any corpses outside. There are just explosions of feathers. So technically maybe corpses, but yes. The bodies that are inside are the Wizards flying.
Right.
That whole family.
Well, there is still 2 surviving members. So we have that.
That sort of sounds like we should go pay the
Supposed to be.
Yes.
I'm confused because druids were for Strahd. We know that. The druids had control over the family.
Well,
Technically, they were also working Strahd, but then they were being controlled by this symbol, which was working against Strahd. So who killed them?
Strahd.
Was it Strahd or was it the symbol?
Strahd killed them because they looked just like you almost did.
Yeah.
Yeah, but claw marks, not bite marks.
Poke holes open.
I know.
So you can see the gash there.
It's just weird that they would make it look like it's
Malakai turns a shade of red, or that's actually a shade of purple.
I don't know. For me, it's weird that they seem to have been on two sides, but I don't know. We should just go talk to Erwin.
Well, if this kind of magic was perhaps corrupted, or partially corrupted, I could understand Strahd trying to take control of it, or turning them against their own kind, maybe.
Yeah.
I don't know. Have you ever heard of any kind of crow god?
Yes.
I mean, kind of.
There's gods who claim crows or corvids as their sort of symbol. Which one in particular would it? Is there any identifiable symbol of a god or symbol similar to Strahd's in this book?
Are there symbols that are similar to Strahd in the book? No.
Or similar to what I would know as Kel, or similar to any other god that we've, well...
I mean, in certain circles, this god is well known. In most circles, this god is not known for many reasons. They would like to keep some level of shadow to guise themselves. However, with a religion check, you would be more than capable of finding out their identity based on the clues you have so far.
Alrighty, I will try and piece together those. They're neat. There's puzzle pieces, but I can't put them together.
Yeah, you're like raven kind, raven symbol, crow, magpie. You're going the wrong way.
My brain keeps going back to Kel. I can't help it. It's just always in there.
Down bad.
Extremely.
My brain goes to the Morrigan, but that's probably not as
Abs. But
Oh, yeah, that makes a lot of sense.
She was a war goddess who had crows, and if she's someone who fights for justice, but also related to DND.
Oh well, guess we'll never know.
Good to say.
see,
Can Malacro search for any other goodies in this room?
You killed me. Yes. Yeah.
Is there anything shiny?
Yeah.
What you notice
shiny
about
reputation.
having now been in the nest for some time, what you notice about this nest is that it's not actually for crows. It feels like some sort of it feels like something should have been placed in here, like a metal, like a metal you would wear or get honored with, be placed here in the center of this nest so that it could like be held in a place of like honor.
Good.
And
Do I
just-
recognize the shape or?
Yeah, it would definitely be similar to the symbol that you see emblazoned upon the wall. If it were in metal form and placed here, that's what like you kind of feel having now nested here for some time.
Can I fly up and just kind of like squawk at everybody? You know, like when crows are just like really like chirping you, like kind of like they want you to like move away. I'm just gonna do that to everybody until they kind of like clear out the room. And if you allow it in my crow form, I'll just create bonfire like in the nets to like burn away the like wood material.
Can I grab the book as I'm leaving the room?
Yeah, that's fine.
I'm still flipping through those pages.
Yeah, stumble away.
You feel something blocking your power. Maybe you haven't ever tried to openly defy where this power may come from, but whatever it is you're trying to do right now, it's not letting you. You could push through it and just do it if you so wish.
I just see Poe just like, what the fuck are you doing? And I'm just like, I will not.
Doesn't do it.
I'll turn back into a person so I can talk. It'll just turn and be like, I thought maybe we just got to look at whatever's underneath the nest, we'd get a better idea of how it works. But maybe not a good idea in like the altar of a raven god, you know? That's good thinking. That's why you're in charge, Poe.
Can we like disturb the branches to try and dig instead of setting it on
Well, I think know, like, does anybody
I
recognize
mean, if you
the
got
symbol?
out of the nest,
Have we ever seen anybody
It's-
wearing or carrying
Mr.
anything
Cable.
like that?
Yeah, can I take a piece of charcoal and like rub it in there and like take a piece of parchment and like basically get an impression of it?
Wait, Poe starts popping Ian. Ian, can you try and locate object on that thing?
Yeah, I can use my second. I'll have to take a long rest after this, but yes, I can. Unless, no, I have to choose. I do have to choose a specific.
Yeah, the
I
thing he just
And I'll show you the picture of the like. This is like
Okay.
a metal or amulet thing that locks in.
Okay, great. I cast locate object on the picture to try and find what's in the picture.
You immediately get drawn towards Valaki.
Oh,
Going to
it's probably on-
Malakai.
It's probably on what's his nuts. She's probably got it. Makes sense. Erwayne. We'll go see Erwayne. He'll hook us up.
Yeah, I think. Is there anything else in here that we need?
oh, I just
Can I
gotta
roll to
quickly,
see if any? Alright, I'm gonna roll investigation. You do what you need to do.
Okay, I just wanted to quickly slice my hand and stick it on the big symbol.
Ooh.
Does
Ooh.
There we go.
You do so, and with Zhannan, you lose consciousness as you do this.
Oh.
And
Oh.
and in your mindscape, you stand upon a precipice of light, looking down into a dark pit of deep black raven feathers swirling around almost like a whirlpool. And you see across the distance of this vast, empty void, a masked figure. This brilliant white mask covering their face as they reach a hand across towards you. Giant fingers extending, offering you something more.
I'll reach out and take their hand, I guess. I'm curious.
As you reach out,
Will they show me?
you feel your hand transform into feathers as Kel himself reaches for your other hand, and you are locked in a tug of war between two gods.
Oh my god.
Oh,
Oh.
Oh! As they pull at you on either side, you feel their power coalescing within you, and if you continue to get pulled, you will be blown apart by the war that is going on right now between Kel and this mysterious god.
hey, Kel, baby, can we, maybe open up this relationship just a little bit, please? I've got some stuff to figure out here. I love you, but well, there's shit happening here.
Roll persuasion against a god.
Oh,
Like,
Persuasion isn't great after. 4 or 5. I'm using my inspiration. That is not much better. 10.
Okay, a 10. As you asked for this gift from Kel, you feel feathers sprout along the entirety of your body as you transform for the first time into a full-fledged raven and fly around this mindscape, dancing between the two of them as Kel and this other figure join hands for but a moment. As you awaken, Zhannan, you feel changed. You can now shift into the form of a raven.
Sick.
On one hand,
at least
on the back of your hand, ignites the symbol of your god, Kel. And on the other hand, ignites the symbol of Ravenkind. And as you work to move these two powers together, there will be friction, there will be conflict, but for the moment, you have found that middle ground.
All in balance. So what matters.
Oh, wow. Have we noticed anything weird?
I mean, yes, Zhannan fell over.
Hang on,
There's blood everywhere. There are feathers
And that's
sprouting
sitting on
from
the floor
Zhannan's
going-
skin. Zhannan has new tattoos on their hand. Like, all this happened in an eye blink.
Wait, did someone else just get cursed? Is that what just happened?
like, hey, wake up, wake up.
Is he okay?
Kel spoke to me. I saw him. I saw he touched me, guys. He touched
For
me.
dead reasons, or like,
Are you okay?
No. I think so. I don't know. I saw the face of Kel, and I saw the face of something else, and they both wanted me so badly that they fought over me. And now I'm here. I don't know what happened. And I turn into a crow. And now I am a crow stumbling around, getting familiar with this.
Oh, is it like a full ass like
What the hell?
raven, or are you like
Yeah, like,
a raven,
Are you ready?
or like a person raven?
So, for the first time,
are you a
can-
raven or a crow?
technically, it would be a raven, not a crow. Technically. But if you want to flavor it as a crow instead, I will happily allow that.
Live your best life.
You also possess the
Raven,
ability to...
I personally get them mixed up.
Yeah, one's just a little bit bigger, but sometimes there's some real big crows out there, too. Gotta look at those
There are
feathers
some
real
big
careful.
crows.
Um,
Or she listen to the wind gate.
For the time being, you will be able to turn into a corvid of your choosing.
Nice.
Or you can also turn into a were raven, and you can look up those stat blocks and use them as you see fit. But where I'm going to leave us today is a whisper in Zhannan's ear. The contest of champions will begin, and this domain shall be ours. Zhannan, for the Raven Queen speaks to you
Ours?
and imposes her will. And that's where we're going to end our session today.
I knew it.
Mommy, Raven Queen? How about that?
But my aunt's religion is not good enough. I couldn't have rolled it.
Did you just become a couple's third? Is that
I love this.
I think it's more like somebody else just tried to fucking poach you, and you were asking for an open relationship without a lot of success.
I look forward to
Things like
exploring this polyamorous relationship between the gods and Zhannan.
This is so sick.
When we start up next week, you will be a level stronger, and we will be headed towards Valaki once more.
Woo!
Thank you all so much for playing today. All of our fine folks that hung out with us all day, thank you. Remember, please check out the Trans Empowerment Project, see what it's all about. Donate if you can. If you don't have money, donate your time. Share that link. Tell people about what's going on here, because we are trying to raise money for a we're trying to raise money for the trans community, for educational purposes, for ensuring that people have access to gender affirming care and to therapy and whatever else they need for this community that is so at risk and is in need of our help. So anything that you can provide would be great. We've already surpassed our $2,000 goal. We're headed towards 3,000. So anything you can do to continue that trend would be fantastic. All of that said, we're going to be raiding out today. Thank you so much. And remember, the dice roll your story, but you weave the tale. Bye.